the things, and you need to learn to work around your talent. And everybody gets treated the same way, with respect, because you're providing a service. And it doesn't matter if they're a big celebrity or if you're doing a job for free. You give the person their due customer service. Back to the ultimate palette. We're going to use the rose and the gold, back and forth. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the first placement right on the edge, close, right on the edge of these two, where the light and the dark meet. And then I'm taking it above the crease. And basically what this is doing, this is blending the crease area that we just made so it doesn't look very harsh. And the same thing, rose gold, and in the center. See, she wanted to be helpful and turn her face, and she realized, wait a minute, I'm the talent, I do not need to turn. The fact that she's sitting still is a big luxury, because most people might not be sitting still for you. So you have to learn to work around them. I'm going to follow the process that I just did one more time. The key to makeup, looking natural and lasting, and this is especially true if you're doing a television show, if you're doing a wedding, really if you're doing anything at all, if you do this process twice, and that's the process of creating the shape and blending it out, it will not only look soft and natural, it's going to stay on. All right, because a lot of artists create a natural look, but if you do it only one time, it's going to naturally look beautiful for about a half an hour to an hour, and then it's going to naturally disappear. By creating these layers and shapes, this is going to ensure that the makeup is going to stay on. Now we're going to go back into our all-over brush, into the light color, and we're going to just right in the center and above the brows. Now, if you want to be a little bit more creative, you can take your ultimate eyeshadow palette, and you know all these top colors are shimmers. We can go into the second color, or the first color if it's a bride, or you want to create a little bit more dimensional. We're going to put a little bit of the shimmer, close. See, Jill does not want to close her eyes because she wants to see everything. I know, she wants to see everything. So we're going to put it right in the inner corner of her eyelid. Okay? Now at this point, if you want to give a little bit extra oomph, you can take your liner brush into the black and the green back and forth. And the reason I use green with the colors is because green added to anything like a black or a brown just gives it a little bit more dimension. It makes it look less boring. And you really don't ever have to see the green. You end up just seeing the black. You end up just seeing beautiful, beautiful colors. And it just takes the dullness away. And you can take the same mixer blender brush without any additional color and just smooth it out. So there's never any harsh lines. Now we've got several layers, that should not move. Now we're going to put some lashes. Gotta have the lashes. Okay, then these are the number 101 lashes. They're the ultimate lashes to go with the ultimate eyeshadows. And I'm going to show you a wonderful trick. You know how around the lashes there's the clear piece of plastic that usually you have to go over again with the liner, and that really gives you another opportunity to make a mistake on someone's eye. If you take your liner and draw this in right now, you're going to save yourself having to do it later. So if you were going to just draw this prior to starting the eye makeup or prior to applying it, so imagine you fill the whole thing in, you know, and I actually did it right before we started the makeup application, so it would look, here's what your whole thing would look like, your container. You take your tweezer, and from the outside of the lash, always remove it from the outside because I like to cut off a little bit of the extra. And when you remove it, you see now this is, if you look at it, it's got a little black liner on it rather than being clear. So as we take this off the tweezer, we're going to measure it on Jill's eye because we don't want it to be too long. It'll look like a big caterpillar. So we're going to measure it from the inside to the outside. And basically I'm going to cut off about 4 or 5 from the outside part of the lash. So if the lash was here, we're cutting it off from the outside part of the lash. I'm going to cut off about 5 because if in doubt, you're better off having it be too short